بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين اللهم إنك خلاق العظيم إنك سميع عليم إنك غفور رحيم إنك رب العرش العظيم إنك البر الجواد الكريم Ya Allah, Ya Fa'alu lima yurid, we express our gratitude to you for allowing us to attend the Grand Chamber ILSA UniSZA meeting on this evening. Ya Allah, we ask you for the safety and the welfare of our body. Allah, oh Allah, Lord of implementing authority, make the days that we've gone through, starting with your mercy, continue with your blessing and end it with thy forgiveness. And also make the days that we've gone through with guidance and end with the victory of excellence. Ya Allah, Ya Muhaimin, Ya Azizu, Ya Jabbar, let our effort as a means to enlighten and convince ourselves that the personal safety of either outer or inner is a prerequisite for achieving happiness and excellence in various fields. O Allah, grant us faith and strength in order to face the challenges of life during the transition period in the face of life. Ya Allah, Ya Farij al-Ham, Ya Kashif al-Gham. Ya Allah, show us guidance and adjust our path and ways to achieve happiness and glory. Let us listen to people who like the good things. Let us avoid the doing the bad and evil things. O Allah, blesses our life in the meeting and gathering and prevent us from harm and unfortunate event. ربنا عليك توكلنا وأنبنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين
Amin. Amin Ya Rabbal Alamin. Now to our first agenda, we will be premiering our corporate video showcasing our community and our vision to all attendees.
Introducing ILSA UniSZA. The International Law Student Association of University Sultan Zainal Abidin is based in UniSZA Gombadak campus, Terengganu, Malaysia. ILSA UniSZA was recently established on December 2, 2021. The society is the first officially established ILSA chapter in Malaysia with a total of 50 members as in March 2022. ILSA UniSZA was mainly established to promote the principles of international law that we believe should be more fully understood and recognized, especially among the law and international relations students in University Sultan Zainal Abidin. Aligned to the society's vision and purpose, ILSA UniSZA provide opportunities for the students of international law to learn about other cultures and legal systems in a spirit of critical dialogue and scientific cooperation. To assist the students of international law to be internationally minded and professionally skilled, and lastly, to encourage the students of international law to act for the good of the society. ILSA UniSZA is a bicameral society separating the administrative structure into two, the upper chamber and the lower chamber, and collectively they are known as the Grand Chamber. The upper chamber comprises of the Advisory Board, the Constitution Committee, the Election Committee, the Disciplinary Committee, and the Impeachment Committee. The lower chamber, on the other hand, consisting the President of the Society, Mr. Hardy Ares, the Vice President, Ms. Dania Batrisha, the Secretarial Office led by Ms. Aisha Azman, the Treasury Office led by Ms. Nurul Nabila, the Communication Office led by Ms. Nurul Aisha Irina, the Networking Office led by Ms. Tivashini Sri Kumar, the Funding Office led by Ms. Nurini Arina, the Academic Office led by Mr. Faris Akmal, our Competition Office led by Ms. Rida Nisa. Last but not least, the Editorial Department is a separate research body that is now led by Dr. Aini Fatiha. ILSA UniSZA is expected to be actively participating in international mood and writing competitions starting from the 2022 JESUP competition. ILSA UniSZA will continue to participate in more international competitions such as Aisha Moot Court Competition, Tun Sufyan Moot Court Competition, Asia Cup Moot, International Refugee Law Student Writing Competition, International Criminal Court Moot, and many more. ILSA UniSZA also publishes editorials that highlight the importance of international law, discussing on the recent implementation of international law in current world issues and more. Some of the editorials are ILSA UniSZA Newsletters, ILSA UniSZA Journal of International Law, and ILSA UniSZA Compendium. The students members of ILSA UniSZA are encouraged to be well educated in international law as well as broadening students' knowledge through research and publication. ILSA UniSZA Center of International Law accommodates events and activities to promote international law. This also includes workshops, career talks, and webinars. International Law Students Association of University Sultan Zainal Abidin is expected to organize the ILSA UniSZA International Law Conference, the biggest teleconference that will be held along with other ILSA chapters worldwide. Diverse speakers from various international fields will be invited to talk on a wide range of topics, from discussing on career and study opportunities to discussing on international business and human rights concerns. ILSA UniSZA Library for International Law serves as a collector of materials, books, or media relevant to the field of international law that are easily accessible for use by the members of the society. With an estimated total of more than 1,000 books and counting, a wide range of international law books can be found in ILSA UniSZA Library, from customary international law, criminal law, all the way to the world trade law books. ILSA UniSZA is like a breath of a fresh air to the Law and International Relations Student Society in UniSZA. Though we are relatively new, together with our ambitious goals set for this year, the administrative boards of the society will continue to embark upon new opportunities and challenges with a huge responsibility and trust. Now it's upon us to bring the dream to fruition. By learning, we thrive to success. ILSA UniSZA, Fiat Pax, Fiat Justitia.
Shout out
Tak sabar nak
to the
kembali
team that
berfashion.
works hard in the production of video. Next, without further ado, and with all due respect, I would like to give the stage to the advisor of ILSA UniSZA. Please welcome Mr. Shafiq Sulaiman.
Thank you very much, everyone. So it's very soon. I thought I could wait a little bit longer. Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. I hope you guys can hear my voice and also see myself appearing in the video. Could you please give some response? Did you hear my voice and see my video? All right, great. So I'm not sure how many of the members are actually in here. So, and I'm not sure as well who are the distinguished guests. Is there anyone outside of ILSA UniSZA organizer that is currently in the room now?
I'm no just a member of ILSA UniSZA.
So no outsiders at all. It's just us, right? Okay, so I'm not sure what happened. So probably they just don't get the memo. But hopefully at the end of this year, we're going to have grand dinner, I guess, in which we will have physical appearance. So I'm not feeling well, unfortunately. So that's the danger of mass gathering. Suddenly I just catch flu and then have to get along with this. So my speech, unfortunately, I don't have any probably coherent speech. I have the speech in points. I put a points in there. So apologize in advance if somehow things sort of not in order and then it just come out of nowhere, right? I just jot down points, but I didn't elaborate more on this. So first and foremost, I would like to start with the idea of ILSA itself, which is the main purpose of ILSA, international law students associations. It's about international law, right? So whatever we are doing, whatever plans we have, no matter how far we have come or how far more we plan to go, we must always remember the very reason of existence, the French word raison d'être, the raison d'être of these institutions or organizations. ILSA UniSZA is for international law. Okay, so we walk on those lines, so we try not to go astray somewhere else. So the very heart of ILSA UniSZA is always by international law. But now, because we are currently building the society, it's like if you have experience getting into new place, or probably your family are building homes or buildings or something. And the moment you step in, even though the contractor says it's all done, but the moment you step in, it's still a lot of things not done. Not done as of their job contractor, but not done as of us. It's still not done. There's a lot of dust around. Probably we haven't installed a fan yet. We haven't installed a kitchen yet. There's so many things. So ILSA UniSZA is exactly like that at the very moment. But the thing is, even though we haven't have a kitchen yet, and some rooms don't even have lamps or fan or air conditioner, but we all move in already. So that's the problem. We don't even have sofa. We don't even have TV, but everyone is already come in. That messiness, that situations is exactly, I think, aptly describe what is ILSA now. But I'm looking forward to the future. And I believe and I have all the confidence in this world that once it's all sorted out, just like any new homes that we step in, it's quite messy at first. It's dusty all over the place. Once we have done with the cleanup, everyone work together to install whatever is still missing, probably some pipes not working, and the home will be a perfect place for us to live in. And I believe ILSA UniSZA will be just like that. Probably not this year, but next year onwards, the home will be perfect for everyone to live in. So going back to international law, so I'm hearing azan now, and probably we can give a few minutes, pause a few minutes to give way to the azan, right? All right. So talking about international law, international law, it affects everyone nowadays. It's not, if you're IR students, definitely international law is a part of your discipline. If you're law students, international law is also part of disciplines. I was law graduates myself pursuing international law field and many of quite a number of subjects of international law there is in LLB program. So it's something that affects both disciplines and departments. And also as ordinary citizens of Malaysia, we should know international law because it affects everyone. Nowadays, the war in Ukraine is not just about the war in some country. That war affects us. Inflation is on the rise. Food price is on the rise. Energy issue, things get expensive because of things that happen in another country. So, we cannot say that we are not interested about what happened outside because what happened outside affect us, especially we, Malaysia, a country of trade. We trade a lot with other countries. So those things really affect us as a country. We cannot be self-sustenance. We are not as big as China that can have closed door policy and still survive as a country. We're a small country. You open the map, you look where Malaysia is, such a small country, almost insignificant in terms of where we are. When major powers are talking with each other, Malaysia is almost like, where is this? They don't care. So in order for us to survive, then we have to blend in with international community. So we must know international law, we must know international relations, we must be aware of what is happening outside because that's how we survive. Our survival, the survival of the nation depends on how well we blend with international community. And having this society really one step, the step a step in the right directions, okay, towards acclimatized, towards us knowing what is happening outside, all right? So like Malcolm and Shaw, the writer of international law book says, unless, and I quote, unless you have an interest in international relations and international politics, do not bother to do international law. So you must know if your international law is something that we have to know, we have to be aware of. So we have to also have interest in international relations and international politics. We have a lot of food shortage nowadays, and in some countries are having protectionism policy. Even Malaysia, we having chicken problem. So okay, the government decided not to export the chicken anymore. And then Indonesia is about cooking oil. India is about wheat. A lot of more and more countries are having protectionism. And whether that is something consistent with international law, how is it that we as international community can survive with that kind of situations? And knowing international law is very helpful. And I hope these organizations will become the forum, the place where we get to know more about international law and equip ourselves with the knowledge, right? So I'm going through the point here. What else here? So general grand chamber meeting is supposed to be a midway update, all right? So the idea is to have like 6 months and 6 months, all right? 6 months after the elections. And then we have grand chamber meeting and then the updates about what is going on so that the shareholders, which is our members, because you guys have paid the the membership money, so you guys are shareholders of these organizations. So it's in your interest to know what is actually being done. ILSA UniSZA is like a company in which we have shareholders who have interests in what we are doing. So those in the executive board are having this responsibility to execute the wishes and also the needs of these shareholders, you guys, ordinary members, and the rest of the members of the shareholders. And we have to make sure that the society for this company moves the way that we all hope it will be. So the rest of the progress of the society, I think Mr. Hadi, the president, and also the dynamic between president and vice president, I can see such a good working dynamic between both of them and also the rest of the chief officers and also assistant officers as well. So it's a good job on the part of the leaderships. I think I have no doubt about the current leaderships of ILSA UniSZA. I think whenever problems arise, whenever challenges arise or occur, and then it's sort of being solved, it's sort of being handled very well, and that is amazing. I mean, you are what, 20s something, and still undergrad students. So I can see a lot of potentials in you when you get into your careers. Someday you're going to lead some companies somewhere, you become, PTDs or lawyers or whatever careers there is. And being able to solve problems as it arises, it's a skill that is not being taught in classroom. That's why we have society, for you to be exposed to such skill. And then international ILSA UniSZA is the heart of. I'm looking at ILSA UniSZA, and I think this society has a lot more. We have given quite, I'm not sure quite a lot, but we have given something to the society, to the faculty, to the shareholders, and so on. But I think there are a lot more that can be contribute and can be given by the society. It's just a matter of time because we don't have a lot of executives in the board that can help expedite the work and so on. So we are lacking of manpower, and there are a lot of transitions in and out, and so on. So that's really slow down the whole process. But that's a part of learning. I think even companies have the issues of workers in and out. So I think it's something normal that we are dealing with. So I'm thinking about ILSA UniSZA going international in the way that I think our future lies in being international society. And then FUHA itself, and also because universities, UniSZA itself is really pushing the faculties to have a lot of international networking, right? One of the reasons why our former dean really supportive of ILSA UniSZA, because she thinks that this is something, a good innovations, and also the potential of ILSA UniSZA becoming a network of international experts or international communities, and we are going to do just that, right? So they are very supportive because ILSA is, we link ourselves with international community, and that is something FUHA is looking for and university is looking for in the long run, because UniSZA is trying to achieve sort of like trying to improve university rankings. They always talk about, that's why you have, I think I saw a lot of these promotional materials or the posters where you put that university ranking, something, all those logos in there. It's not just there for nothing. It's there because university aspires to become top 500 in 5 years. But in order to become top universities, you need to have a lot of international linkage. You need to know a lot of international communities. So that international thing is something ILSA UniSZA is, we are the forefront. We are really there in terms of being international. So that's why we have ILSA UniSZA, and FUHA is very supportive of our existence. And going forward, I can see ILSA UniSZA expanding even more And someday, probably like I said earlier, that we can register ILSA UniSZA as public society. Then we register ILSA UniSZA at the Registrar of Society, ROS, and those and then we move on from there as well. So this is the project of the soon-to-be outgoing president, okay, to promote ILSA in other universities, and then we can set up ILSA Malaysia, and we're going to do that. There are a lot more. I think I've speak quite a while. I think the rest are not that important, and probably it will be redundant anyway. Some of the points I'm going to say, the president will explain more about ILSA progress and so on. And just a few more points here before I end my speech. So ILSA UniSZA, as you guys know, we are neither law nor IR. This is the first ever in the history of FUHA that we have a society that combines both IR and law. It's something we should be proud of. It's both the saying, it's both a bless and a curse. Blessed because we have a lot of potentials, because we combine the best of both departments. We have a lot of potentials. We are very strong because we have a lot of talents coming from both departments. It's a curse because it's difficult to get things work when we have variety, or when we have diversity of talents. To get together and work together is quite challenging. But I think the bless overcome the curse in the way that we celebrate diversity, and a lot of talents are coming in, and it helps propel the society into something bigger and better, right? And also probably we have the most participation from lecturers. You know, one of the lecturer here, Dr. Aini from IR department. And then we have the chair of international law, which is Professor Fendi from IR department. And then later, next semester, we have Dr. Ilyana from law department. Probably ILSA UniSZA is the society with the most participation from lecturers. It's something we should be proud of, okay? Because I believe other societies and clubs, they usually have only one lecturer or maybe two. We have four who are actively involved in the society, and it's one of our unique pillar that propel us into something bigger and successful, right? So the rest, I think I have covered enough. I hope President will mention about us being approved by HEPA later. I hope it's in his speech. So my appointment, as you guys know, is until March next year. I actually plan to step down a lot earlier. Not because I begado or anything, okay? But because I actually have something else to do. And I have a lot of projects and plans. But because ILSA is still here, so I'm thinking, I feel that I cannot move on until I leave ILSA. But for now, I stay. We'll see what is the response of the executive board about me leaving, right? About their statement and so on. You know, I'll stay, and then because a lot of other projects I'm planning to do. So I have to make sure that ILSA is strong enough to be on its own, then I will leave. What else? So I would end my speech here by quoting President Obama. I think I screenshot this in my channel at ILSA HQ. So Obama, during the speech of the Union, something about Union in the United States, when he says We are unafraid to do what was hard, and then to do what was needed even when success was uncertain. We have no idea whether this thing will ever be successful. So that uncertainties, it worries us, that whether our investment worth it and so on. However, we all have the spirit of determinations. We have the spirit of optimisms. We think positive. We think that as long as we keep doing this, we will be successful. So I don't quit. Probably I can refer myself. I don't quit. And I hope you guys as well will not quit. We will together, we will be together until the end of the journey. So that ends my speech. Thank you very much. Passing back to the organizer.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to receive an encouraging speech from our advisor. Now we move on to our next agenda. Please welcome Mr. Afan Amizuddin as the chairman of the advisory board to give a speech. With all due respect.
Hello everyone, greetings. I am humbled and honored to be here tonight with all of you. I am Afan, Chairman of Advisory Board of ILSA UniSZA. Here I want to talk about my job and the aspirations. Twice 4 days ago, our advisor brought forth the society, a new association conceived in this university and dedicated to the proposition that international law should be fully understood and recognized. Now we are engaged in the first annual Grand Chamber meeting, testing whether the society and its members, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met here on this lovely night. We have dedicated 7 months for this society. We need to ensure to honor those who already give their all to the society. It is altogether and fitting and also proper that we should do this. But in larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hollow the ground. The dedicated people giving speeches after me have struggled here and consecrated it far above our poor power to add or to detract. The word will little nor remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did. It is for us, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they have fought for so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honorable leaders we take increased devotion to the cause that they give their full measure of commitment. Ergo, I am here highly resolved that this leader will not have to work alone without any support, that this society under God shall have a new burst of excellency with utmost assist from my office, and that the officers of this great society by the members, for the members, shall not perish from the earth. Remember this. If you were asked to make a commitment at age 20 and you said you are too young to die, then you are already dead. If you dare to struggle, you dare to win. If you did not dare to struggle, you don't deserve to win. That's all from me. Have a great night.
Thank you. It was a delightful speech. Now, to our next agenda, we welcome the head of Constitution Committee, Ms. Dania Batrisha, to give a speech. Please welcome, with all due respect.
All right, thank you, Ms. Nazira. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to everybody. My name is Dania Batrisha binti Yahya Kamal, the Vice President of ILSA UniSZA, and I'm also the head of the Constitution Committee. First and foremost, I would like to thank Mr. Shafiq Sulaiman and Mr. Afan for their fruitful insights and words of encouragement. I believe they have definitely enlightened the flame of determination and spirit for our ILSA UniSZA members. As the head of the Constitution, representing the rest of the officers, Mr. Muhammad Azwar Faiz bin Nazaruddin, Mr. Muhammad Hadi Aris bin Saufi, and Ms. Maria Arisa binti Muhammad Tahir, I will fulfill my duty to lead the committee, and together we will work with good faith and responsibility. Our Constitution Committee's vision is to build the ideal constitution that is aligned with the ambitions of the society. And not to forget, our mission is always to prioritize the members of the society as the basic foundation of a functional and robust society. We, as a part of the Constitution Committee, are glad to be at your service. That's all from me. I hope everyone is having a good night. Enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great speech by our head of Constitution Committee. Please welcome Ms. Darshini Devi as the head of the election committee to give a speech with all due respect.
Thank you, Nazira. My respectful greeting to our Mr. Shafiq and everyone who here today. First of all, I would like to thank for giving a chance for me for speech. It is my pleasure to be here in today our Grand Chamber meeting. I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Darshan Devi Nagendrao and also head of the election community. Under my community, including myself, there are Ms. Divyashini Shivakumar, Mr. Sharvin Paneerselvam, and Ms. Sylvia Nawai Patan. As the election community, we will be responsible to conduct and manage the election process fairly and honestly. As the election community, we will be the selection of the principal to hold the officer to maintain the office, and all the election and campaign procedures or rules will be regulated by the election community under our advisors concern. And as our part, we as a organization, we must build our ILSA become more stronger, successful, and admirable. And for that part, we have to give our best, and I will give my best to make it become reality. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. What an insightful speech, Ms. Darshini. Now we welcome the head of disciplinary committee, Faridatul Shafiqah, to give a speech. Please welcome, with all due respect.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. My name is Faridatul Shafiqah binti Syamuddin, the head of disciplinary committee. Above all, I would like to thank the organizer for allowing me to talk tonight on behalf of the disciplinary committee. The purpose of the ILSA UniSZA disciplinary committee is to preside over charge of conduct violations. As the head of the disciplinary, represent the rest of the officers, Mr. Lokman Hakim bin Halim, Mr. Afan bin Abizuddin, and Mr. Faris Akmal bin Abdul Rahman. The disciplinary committee will fulfill our duty with good faith and responsibility. Our committee's vision is to bring professionalism among students by the inculcation of the best practice, and not to forget our mission is to frame rules and regulations to maintain disciplines in the organizations. The disciplinary committee is glad to be at your service. That's all for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was an encouraging speech by our Miss Faridatul. Please welcome Ms. Noor Adini as the chairman of the head of impeachment committee to give a speech with all due respect.
Thank you. Before that, can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear it.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. I'm back to the advisor of ILSA Mr. Shafiq Sulaiman, the ILSA committee, and also to the members of this prestigious society of the International Law Students Association, ILSA. I am Nur Ardini, the head of the head of impeachment department, and together with me in my office, Mr. Shahril Hajam Mahidin, Mr. Jonathan, and also Ms. Aisha Irina. And under the impeachment office, it is our duty to supervise and to impose penalties for any misconduct alleged to have been committed. This is to make sure that our society will run smoothly and full of integrity. I want to take this. I am very honored and privileged to be part of this society, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and everyone of the committees and also members who had worked hard from the date of the establishment until now. And I know this is a very new society. We start from the scratch, and I am sure that it is hard, but Alhamdulillah, we managed to sort things out slowly but surely. And I hope it is not too late to congratulate everyone's. And I hope this new society will grow better and go international. I am looking forward to more exciting news, activities, and opportunities from this society. With that, I shall pass this floor back to Ms. Nazira. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the speech given by our head of impeachment committee. To our next agenda, we welcome the president of ILSA UniSZA, Mr. Hardy Aris, to give a speech. Please welcome with all due respect.
One second. Yeah. All right. Okay, that's my audio audible.
Yes.
All right. Salutation, everyone. I'm honored to be here. I'm Hardy, the president of this society, ILSA UniSZA. I'm not here to waste your time. I hope what I'm about to say will give you courage and excitement to what about to come. I will begin, as is right, with our advisor, Sir Shafiq. When he found you, you were mere student, know nothing about international law, mooting, and managing a perfect professional society. Under him, you began to know about international law, get organized, and he turned you from someone uninformed into precious member of undisputed society. He stayed awake at night, thinking of the best decision for us, and put the minds to steady work. Our advisor went to great length and put this house in order, and then we were declared as a legitimate society under HEPA and faculty alike. This is what our advisor did for you. Great enough on its own. But that doesn't mean I did nothing for you. I am the one who negotiated back when it started facing challenge. I connected and get in touch with the higher up so we can survive with this cool weather. After that, you guys enjoy the privilege that gains from it. I even extend our reach to ensure the society will have steady streams of network with all the important people. All of you now has been taken seriously, have connections and future goals. What have I held back for myself apart from this title? Nothing. No man can point to my riches, only the thing I hold in trust for you all. And what will I do with them anyway? We volunteered at the same place. I get no more rest than you. Many times I spend the night working so that you could sleep soundly. All for the sake of your standing, glory of our society and university. And yet, here I still am, leading you, president of the society, representative of secondary international relations students, and the secretary of UniSZA SRC. We celebrated our success together. So many of you will gain merits and honor by participating in the society that I fought for. Any of you who get overwhelmed can turn to me, and I assure you that I will go above and beyond to help. Under my command, I will make sure you will enjoy participating in the society. And now I wanted all of you to believe in me that this tenure will be the best one yet, and you will not regret on joining this society by the end of this tenure. Alas, if some of you wish to go, then go. Go where you ever wish. And tell them your president, Hardy, the first in history of ILSA UniSZA chapter, maybe even the first in history Malaysia chapter, potentially the one who first trusted the knowledge of international law in the spirit of organization among scholars of Malaysia. When you get to your destination, you tell them that you abandoned him and went home, leaving him all alone. Perhaps this rapport of yours will seem glorious in the eyes of men and worthy in the sight of the God. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy, for the speech full of patience and encouragement. Now, we'll continue with our next agenda, which is the amendment of ILSA UniSZA Constitution. I would like to call the head of Constitution, Ms. Dania Patricia, once again to read all of the provision that we hope could be amendment tonight, along with Ms. Aisha Azman, the Secretary of ILSA UniSZA. Ms. Dania, Ms. Aisha, the floor is yours.
So, Miss Dania, do we have the numbers now? Can we lock the numbers? How many people?
Right now we have more than 30 people in this panel. We have 38 in right now, sir.
So it should be enough, right? Is the number correct? Is it enough? 2/3, right? So I hope these people, those are in the house now, is members. Since we have made known that there's no outsiders, so we consider all of 38, I believe it's 38, are members. So it's 2/3, isn't it? Does it follow the constitutional provisions? Danny, is the number enough?
Hello?
Yeah,
Mm, yeah, we need at least 41 actually.
How many?
To
2/3?
be
Is it 2/3? What?
80%. Yeah, we only have about 38 right now.
The previous one. So we are using the previous constitutional requirement, right, Danny?
Yes,
80% or 2/3?
2/3.
If 2/3 out of 50,
2/3 out of 54 is 36. Right now we have 38. So I think constitutional
Yeah.
wise, we can proceed the amendment.
Right. So we proceed, Danny.
All right. All right. Aisha, are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. A minute. All right. Can you see the Constitution? All right. Okay. We can start, Aisha.
First Amendment from the First Gazetted Constitution. Article 1, definitions. Article 1, definition. Chamber which collect. First Amendment from the First Gazetted Constitution. Article 1, definitions. Edit. Do hereby instituting an international law society with a bicameral structure consisting of the upper chamber and the lower chamber, which collectively known as the Grand Chamber. Edit. Ad hoc committee. A one-time committee of members established for specific purposes. Edit. Gazetted. Come into a full force of legal effect through announcement and publication. Edit. Grossly unfair and unjust. Manifestly unfair, clearly more than merely unfair, disproportionately unfair. Edit. Guardian of the Constitution. Make certain that no members of the society violate the provisions of ILSA UniSZA Constitution. Edit. Lower Chamber. The bottom half of the bicameral structure of the society led by the President of the society, also known as the Executive Board. Edit. Organ. An administrative society possessing its own unique and special position and authority. Edit. Ordinary members. All members of the society who do not hold any positions. Edit. Officers. Include both principal and non-principal officers. Edit. Upper chamber. The top half of the bicameral structure of the society led by the chairman of the advisory board. It consists of the advisory board, the constitution committee, the election committee, the disciplinary committee, and the impeachment committee. Edit. Grand chamber. The complete structure of the bicameral system of the society. It consists of the upper chamber and the lower chamber. Change. Right of the audience. An undeniable right of the advisor of the society to call upon and to attend meetings of the society for official reasons. Remove. Editor-in-Chief position. Article 7. Powers. Article 7. Pouvoir. Change. ILSA UniSZA to society. Article 8. Advisor of the society. Article 8. Conseil de la société. Edit. Section 9. The advisor of the society shall become the team advisor of the Philip C. Jessup International Law Moot Court Competition. Article 9. Advisory Board. Article 9. Conseil consultatif. Change. Section 1. Advisory Board shall provide advices on certain matters requested by the advisor of the society. Edit. Section 4. A chairman shall be appointed from among the members of the advisory board, and such appointment shall be adopted as a general resolution by the executive board. Edit. Section 7. Recommendations provided by the advisory board shall be in the form of majority, separate, and or dissenting opinions. Change. Section 8. Members of the advisory board shall be accepted into such membership for a period not exceeding 2 years by a majority vote of the executive board with the written consent of the advisor of the society. Edit. Section 12. Members of the advisory board who have been subjected to removal proceedings shall leave office temporarily until the conclusion of the proceedings. Article 10. Special committees. Article 10. Commission spéciale. Change. Section 7. Members of the committee shall be accepted into such membership for a period not exceeding 2 years by a majority vote of the executive board with written consent from the advisor of the society.
Added. Section 8. There shall be no more than 5 members in any special committee. Added. Section 12. An ad hoc committee shall be established to administer the removal proceedings. Added. Section 13. Members of the committees who have been subjected to removal proceedings shall leave office temporarily until the discussion of the proceedings. Added. Section 16. The special committee shall produce a report explaining the decisions undertaken. Article 11. Former President. Article 11. Ancien Président. Section 1. The outgoing president shall serve as a mentor to the new elected president for 1 year. Section 2. The official sitting of the outgoing president is known as the office of the former president. Section 3. The office of the former president shall have no advisory competence to advise ingoing executive board. Section 4. The outgoing president shall be disqualified from sitting in the office of the former president if he or she has been previously impeached. Article 12. Officers of the Society. Article 12. Bureau de la Société. Added. Section 2. The non-principal officers are those persons appointed through the authority of each principal officer to serve under each office. Added. Section 3. The president and the vice president shall have no non-principal officers serving under their offices. Added. Section 4. All officers must be faculty students with good standing. Added. Section 6. Such appointment shall be adopted as a general resolution by the executive board. Added. Section 7. Vacancy in the office of the vice president shall be filled by the majority vote of the executive board. An appointed officer shall serve until the next scheduled election. Remove editor-in-chief position. Added. Section 10. Duties of the officer shall be determined by the executive board with a written consent of the advisor of the society through the bylaw. They shall be adopted as a general resolution. Added. Section 11. The society may form any other office that it deems necessary through the adoption of a general resolution and a written consent from the advisor of the society. Article 13. Executive Board. Article 13. Conseil d'administration. Remove. Provision of Section 5 and 6 will come into force in the society's second election and onwards. Removes. In situation where provisions of Section 5 and 6 are not possible, the election committee has to consult the advisor of the society to find a suitable solution. Added. In situation where provisions of Section 5 and 6 are not practicable, the election committee has to consult with the Board of Trustees to find a suitable solution. Added. Section 10. All programs of the society shall be originated from the offices of the chief officers. Article 14. Reports of the society. Article 14. Rapport de la société. Section 1. The elected officer shall issue a report under his or her officer as appropriate. Section 2. The reports issued by the elected officer shall include but not limited to a monthly report, yearly report, and ad hoc report. Section 3. The reports issued by the treasurer involving finances of the society shall be reviewed by the president of the society. Section 4. The reports that have been reviewed by the president of the society will be submitted to the advisor of the society for verification. Article 15. The Grand Chamber. The Grand Chamber. Article 15. La Grande Chambre. Section 1. The meeting of the Grand Chamber should be conducted by the Executive Board at least once in a calendar year. Section 2. The meeting shall be organized by the Executive Board. Article 16. Elections. Article 16. Election. Added. Section 8. The election results shall be conclusive and shall not be challenged in any matter whatsoever unless the same appears as grossly unfair or unjust. Article 17. Impeachment. Article 17, impeachment. Added. Section 9. The decision undertaken by the impeachment committee shall be conclusive and shall not be challenged in any manner whatsoever unless the same appears as grossly unfair or unjust. Added. Section 10. If the impeached officer is a part of the impeachment committee, he or she shall leave the committee temporarily until the conclusion of the proceedings. Added. Section 11. He or she shall not participate and involve in the work of the impeachment committee. Added. Section 12. The officers who have been impeached shall not hold any offices for a lifetime. Article 18. Memberships. Article 18. Addition. Change. Section 7. Membership of the society except ordinary members shall be official upon payment of the non-refundable dues of 3 ringgit for a lifetime. Article 19. Code of Conduct. Article 19. Code de conduite. Added. Section 4. The decisions undertaken by the disciplinary committee shall be conclusive and shall not be challenged in any manner whatsoever unless the same appears as grossly unfair and unjust. Added. Section 5. Any appeal for the decisions undertaken by the disciplinary committee shall be submitted to the advisor of the society through a petition. Added. Section 6. If the member at issue is a part of the disciplinary committee, he or she shall leave the committee temporarily until the conclusion of the proceedings. Added. Section 6. He or she shall not participate and involve in the work of the disciplinary committee. Added. Section 7. Members of the advisory board and the special committee shall be subjected to the code of conduct. Article 20. Officers. Article 1. Bureau. The society may form any other office as it deems necessary through the adoption of a general resolution and a written consent from the advisor of the society. Article 21. Departments. Article 21. Department. The society may form departments as it deems necessary through the adoption of a general resolution and a writing consent from the advisor of the society. Article 22. Patronage. Article 22. Patronage. Section 1. Any person who will and has contributed to the society in any meaningful way can be appointed as the patron of the society. Section 2. Members of the patronage shall be accepted into such membership for a period of not exceeding 2 years by a majority vote of the executive board with written consent from the advisor of the society. Article 24. ILSA UniSZA Chair of International Law. Article 24. Chef de droit international ILSA UniSZA. Added. Section 3. Such appointment shall be adopted as a general resolution by the Executive Board. Article 25. ILSA UniSZA International Law Conference. Article 25. Conférence des droits internationaux ILSA UniSZA. Section 1. The Executive Board shall conduct an international law conference entitled ILSA UniSZA International Law Conference annually. Section 2. The Executive Board shall conduct programs related to the promotion of the conference. Article 26. ILSA UniSZA Center for International Law. Article 26. ILSA UniSZA Center pour le droit international. Section 1. The Executive Board shall maintain a society-level center specializing in the field of international law known as ILSA UniSZA Center for International Law. Section 2. There shall be a board of directors appointed from among the members of the society to supervise the management and oversight policies for the center. Section 3. The Chief Director shall appoint members of the Board of Directors. Section 4. The Chief Academic Officer shall be the Chief Director. Section 5. The Center shall serve as an organizer of academic activities in international law for the society. Article 27. ILSA UniSZA Library of International Law.
Article 27. ILSA UniSZA Bibliothèque de droit international.
Section 1. The Executive Board shall maintain a society-level online library specializing in the field of international law known as ILSA UniSZA Library of International Law. Section 2. There shall be a board of librarians appointed from among the members of the society to supervise the management and oversight policy for the library. Section 3. The Chief Librarian shall appoint members to the Board of Librarian. Section 4. The Chief Academic Officer shall be the Chief of Librarian. Section 5. The library shall serve as a collector of materials, books, or media relevant to the field of international law that are easily accessible for use by the members of the society. Article 30. Woodmaster.
Article 30. Maître des mots.
Section 1. There shall be a moot master to oversee the training of oralists in all moot competitions managed by the society. Section 2. The moot master shall be appointed from among the members of the society by the Chief Competition Officer. Article 31. Moot consultants.
Article 31. Conseiller meuf.
Section 1. There shall be a board of moot consultants to assist the moot master in the training of oralists in all moot competitions managed by the society. Section 2. The moot consultant shall be appointed from among the members of the society by the Chief Competition Officer. Article 32. ILSA UniSZA Journal of International Law.
Article 32. ILSA UniSZA Journal du droit international.
Edit. Section 2. There shall be a board of editors to supervise the management and oversight policies for the journal. Edit. Section 3. The editor-in-chief shall appoint members to the board of editors. Edit. Section 4. The editor-in-chief shall control and manage the board. Article 35. Task Force.
Article 35. Groupe de travail.
Section 1. The Executive Board may form a group of persons consisting of the members of the Executive Board, the members of the Upper Chamber, and ordinary members of the Society to manage specific activity or event. Section 2. These groups of persons shall be known as the Task Force. Section 3. The President of the Society shall have the authority to summon any persons to form such a task force. Section 4. Any person who fails to heed the summon may be subjected to a disciplinary proceedings. Article 37. Audit.
Article 37. Audit.
Section 1. The Treasurer of the Society shall submit a complete yearly finance reports to the Advisory Board for internal auditing. Section 2. The Treasurer of the Society shall submit a complete yearly financial reports to any other FUHA student society for external auditing. Article 39. Transparency.
Article 39. Transparence.
Section 1. The Society shall strive for transparency in its management and administration. Section 2. Transparency includes but not limited to openness, clarity, and accountability. Section 40. Liability.
Article 41. Responsibility.
Section Section 1. The society shall not be held responsible or liable for any error or omission for any reasons whatsoever and somehow arising, including but not limited to the activities and operation of the society unless the same is due to the gross negligence or and default of the society. Section 2. The society shall not be responsible for any failure and or error and or delay in the activities and the operation of the society unless the same is due to the gross negligence or default of the society. Section 41. Interpretation. Article 41. Interpretación. Change. Questions of the interpretation of this Constitution shall be resolved by the Board of Trustees. Section 42. Dispute settlement. Article 42. Règlement de litige. Change. Section 2. If the dispute cannot be resolved under the above mentioned Section 1, the Executive Board shall proceed with a consultation with the Board of Trustees. Article 45. Amendment. Article 45. Amendement. Added. Section 3. The amendment of the Constitution shall be gazetted after a two-thirds vote of the approval has been received by the members of the Board of Trustees. Change. Section 8. The amendment Constitution of which the English text shall be authentic shall be deposited with the depositories for custody. Change. Section 9. The Constitution may be amended without fulfilling the requirements of above-mentioned provisions if the amendment only involves petty changes, including but not limited to correcting spelling errors, formatting, punctuation marks, etc. Article 46. Authentic text. Article 46. Texte authentique. Change. Section 1. The original of the present Constitution prepared in two copies in English and in French, of which the English text shall be authentic.
Put my camera, please go for it.
Thank you, Ms. Dania and Ms. Aisha. Now we shall continue with the voting session. We need the majority of the members of ILSA UniSZA today to agree on the amendment of the Constitution. You can cast your vote in the form that is now attached in the chat box. We will give everyone 3 minutes to cast your votes now. So everyone, let's vote for our amendment. Just open up your chat box. Less than 1 minute. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So all right, time is up. Now we now have the result. So I would like to announce that the Constitution of ILSA UniSZA has now been amended for the first time on 27th May 2022 at 9:38 p.m. I would love to thank everyone for your cooperation.
Is it amended,
Yes, sir.
Vice President? How many numbers we need?
We have approximately 38. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Let me take
2/3 out of 38. That's how you count it?
If it's more than, from what I counted earlier, if it's more than 21 students, yes, we can amend the.
Yeah, correct. Those
Yeah.
who attended, yeah? So 2/3 of those who attended. So it is passed already, is it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, settle.
Okay. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Faris for the second launching of our ILSA UniSZA official website. With all due respect, Mr. Faris, you shall continue.
Can you guys see my screen? Hello?
Yes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa tabi'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So good night everybody. Thank you, Miss Moderator, for a very humble introduction. So tonight, as the webmaster of ILSA UniSZA, I would gladly to present to you ILSA UniSZA official website. But before I move on to that, I would like to give a thanks, appreciation toward those who are behind the website that working. This is so hard at a late night at 3 to 2 a.m. in the morning. Mr. President, Mr. Hardy, Vice President, Miss Dania, our Chief Communication, Miss Aisha Irina, and myself, and also not forget our advisor for helping us a lot. But without wasting your time, I would like to present to you Okay, thank you. Paul could say, one say, website promote you 27. No employee will do that. Website, this is what make us different from other society association and from other clubs. Website make us one step more than the others. So without further ado, I want to tell about the specialties, what our website has. The first thing is it's an informative website because our website is a very good website. We put all of the information about ILSA, about international law, about international law and competition, and programs that we have and we conduct on the website. So not only for ILSA students, but also for non-ILSA students, for the outsider, they can know more about international law, especially in Malaysia. We can put a lot of informative information related to ILSA UniSZA and also international law. Next, we also have a very fresh new design that can bring people to our website. ILSA UniSZA website use a modern interface with a creative design and has animation that can attract attention. This is just, we want to follow the trend, we want to follow the theme of ILSA, which is we want to make something different, and we want to make it different and big. So that's why our website is using a very good design. So we will look into it later. After that, we also have a latest news post in our website, so that ILSA UniSZA not also a place that can find any information regarding ILSA international law, but it also will display the latest news related to us and also international law. For example, if any of the competition been held by us, and also if you're looking for members, so this is one of the point where people can find out from the social media. Next, we also have a contact us number. So for those who are not from Malaysia, who are not from UniSZA, they don't know how to contact us. Maybe they want to call our advisor to give a speech, or maybe they want to bond the relationship between us, and maybe they want to ask us to join the certain event or maybe even a competition. This is one of the alternatives apart from media social. They can easily find the contact because we have a contact, not only contact number, we also have email, and we also have an address with attached to Google Google location, Google Maps. So you can easily find us where we are, where is our HQ, so that people can have very good impression on us lah. They know that we are really legit punya association, not just like something like. Okay. So next is, it's not only just a website that's display anything that's it's also actually a functional website. For example, our newsletter, you can subscribe to our newsletter by go to the website and go to the section of newsletter editorial, and then go to the section newsletter, and you can subscribe it on there. This is also why we create the website. Apart from newsletter, we also have a subdomain for each of our page. So whenever we do a competition or anything, we can use the subdomain to promote more about our program and our competition, for example. Next, we move to the accessible. Because our website is designed for a student and not for a not only for student but also for a typical user. And we are aware that not most of people are using device like a computer or laptop. That's why we created a mobile-friendly website. The ILSA UniSZA website can be accessed using various types of device. We actually have tested to make sure it can work with tablets, computers, and even mobile phone. And we next part is, we also have something that not every website has, which is dual language. This is a very good, because not in international law, in law itself, French and English is a very common language being used around the world. Therefore, when people are coming from France, Belgium, maybe some from Africa, they want to learn more. Maybe they want to join UniSZA, but they don't know how to understand the language. So we actually can bridge the gap between the English and the English speaker and the French speaker by having dual language. So people, not only people from English nation can contact us, people from French language can contact us. So this is actually something that we can be proud of. Okay, we come to the last part, which is the digital demonstration. For this, I have to stop sharing the screen, and I will share another one. Tell me if you guys can see my screen. Moderator, can you see it? Hello?
Yes, Faris, yes.
Okay. People type ILSA UniSZA, and then they will appear our website, and when we go to the website, it comes to the first page, which asking for the language preferred by the user itself. So for this demonstration, I will choose English, but for this demonstration also, I will show that French is also working. Okay, but this one I'm already using English. So as you can see, this is our website. It contains every information about ILSA. For example, if you want to know about, as I mentioned earlier, how to subscribe to our newsletter, you just can go to the newsletter section on editorial, and then you just easily can type your email, first name, and then you can subscribe, and then we can give you a latest news every month. And I can highly encourage you to do it. So after that, we also have okay, you can see this is a competition. You can see that this is all the competition for international relation, for mood especially, and also a writing competition. So not only this website for students to know about ILSA, but this is also where students can know what is the competition that they can join, and then they can join ILSA program and ILSA competition. I think this is also a very good initiative. As you can see, for example, for this sake of example, I will go to maybe center lah. Okay, I will go to the center, and then center. Okay, for the library, you see this is they have an English tag for those who come from French-speaking countries, French-speaking country, they can easily translate it, the page. See, everything just being translated. So I also want to point out one more good thing about ILSA, which is that we also have a email system, our own email system. As you can see, this is a very, very good initiative by ILSA to show that we are actually a very professional and very good association. We currently have around 29 email that we use officially by our association. And I will show the demonstration for the mobile and the computer. This is, as you can see, this is actually the computer version. And we also test it on the tablet version. You can see, as you can see, it's very working smoothly. And also for the phone mobile version. And now I think that concludes everything for me. Thank you very much. And Assalamualaikum. Okay.
Let's give a round of applause to our Mr. Faris, our website master, and the rest of the communication team, which include Ms. Nurul Aisha Irina, Ms. Nurul Hawa, and Ms. Suziana Shaira. Now we will together look into the report of the society that will be presented by our Mr. Mr. President, Mr. Hardy Aris. Mr. Hardy, you can have the floor now.
What's this? Can you see the screen? Is it in full screen or?
Yes, it's
full
screen.
Full screen. Alright. Also, let's begin. This is ILSA UniSZA Almanac 21-22. So I will be presenting what our program throughout this year. So in next month, we got a series of talk that is ILSA UniSZA Forum Series 1, 2022, Legal Aspect in Ukraine, Russia. This will be presented by the Academy Office, and the next is ILSA UniSZA Talk Series 1, 2022, Writing Without Plagiarism, and we have HSX UniSZA. What does HSX mean? HSX mean ILSA chapter of the head. So the head, UniSZA, the head will doing what we call it, a joint venture with us and get to know each other. So that will be presented next month. So lastly, we will do some workshop, that is what is smoothing. So in July, we will conduct a workshop that is what to research in memorial submission. So we can engage ILSA member to know how to write what's in memorial. The next activity will be workshop, oral submission and grooming class to encourage ILSA member to make an oral submission. So the next is in August, we have the annual ILSA UniSZA Moot Court competition. So I want to make sure all of you participate in this moot court competition. Make us proud, because this is the fate of our society, because our heart of the society is mooting. So I hope all of you enter and join this moot court competition, so you can representative us in JESEP and IHL next year. I mean in this year, around November, if I'm not mistaken. In September, we have ILSA UniSZA Talk Series 2, that is about pedophilia, international child pornography. And we have ILSA UniSZA International Conference that we will conduct to introduce our ILSA UniSZA to ILSA chapter worldwide. So currently, right now, we have 2 ILSA chapter worldwide willing to get in touch with us. That is the head and ILSA UniSZA chapter University of Airlangga. Okay, and we expect we can have more connection in the next month. Okay, the next is in October we have a forum series 2 that is Spratly Dispute International Law Perspective, Spratly Island Dispute International Law Perspective. And in November, we have ILSA UniSZA Series 3, Career Path in International Law. I think that's all. So I hope all of you participate and get excited to join this kind of activity. And I will ensure you guys that this program will not disappointing you. That is because we ILSA have capable people who can do capable thing that can make you guys excited, and we will never get boring from this kind of activity. That's all for me. Thank you.
With the end of Mr. Hadi's presentation, our Grand Chamber meeting now has come to an end. I would like to thank everybody that has contributed their time and energy to make sure this meeting is complete and can be run smoothly. Before we go, we will have a photo session. Everyone, please open your camera. We will wait for a minute. So Darshini, you may be ready. Sir, buka cam, sir.
Okay, everyone, get ready.